Hello everyone and welcome to the PvP Monster Sanctuaries Tournament Circuit. My name is GameSlayer989 and joining me is...
Hello, this is OldSchoolDuel, and today we're watching a match between MarshCat and SwampyDragon.
We've already seen Swampy in round one. We've already done a video on that, so go check that one out first. Otherwise, spoilers, Swampy won that one.
Yes, and this is the Underpowered Tournament. Everyone's got one restricted mon per team, and let's see what they're leading with here.
Worth noting, MarshCat is undefeated in Swiss and now into round two, so he, I think, is the clear favorite for this match. However, that doesn't mean that anything can happen at all, right? I don't think these two have actually faced each other in the brackets.
Oh wow, we're seeing some huge debuffs coming out from Mad Eye. Looks like a debuff oriented team. Oh wow, and Mobear coming out huge with the Wonder Potion skill.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're seeing here that there was some blind stacks already added, and one problem with Mobear is that even though he can provide some healing with those Wonder Potions, he doesn't have any way of purging these blind debuffs. So this Nightwing is going to miss some attacks here as this Azrak is applying the debuffs. That said, Mobear does have a Purified Mace, so he's removing one stack per round. But yeah. The other team is Marsh's team is
pretty good combo.
Occult Control that is doing a lot of damage. Okay. Wow. I should just
wow,
that's a lot of damage from that Rainbow Blob.
I swear we are moving quick here. That is huge.
That's...
So Marsh taking a quick lead here in this round.
Yeah, so the idea is that you're applying a lot of debuffs on the opponent, and those debuffs then translate into damage because creatures like Rainbow Blob and Magmoth and the Troll in the back all have Death Blow, which means that they do 5% more damage per debuff applied, and these units apply a lot of debuff. Meanwhile, Mad Eye at the front, he causes his monsters to take 3% less damage per debuff the opponent has, which is a nice little bit of defense and offense. And Azrak in the middle provides the blinds to cause dodging. So there's a lot of things going on to cause them to be a lot tankier and do a lot more damage than you'd expect.
Oh yeah, we've got Debuff Mastery on Marsh's side and then Mass Mystify from that Rainbow Blob. It looks like maybe we're going to see some big damage here with this Cataclysm.
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, that was pitiful damage from that Nightwing, to be honest. It missed so many hits. But no Cataclysm. Instead, Arcane Bolt, which makes sense.
That'll be enough bleed.
Yeah, enough bleed. There we go. Manticore applies bleed, which means that even though Rainbow Blob has a one-turn revival with Phoenix Affinity where it shouldn't die, it still dies afterwards because the bleed stacks applied to it. But now we're applying a lot of Armor Break and other stuff and Cataclysm and combos ready for this Troll. Who is Troll going to eat, though?
Oh, that's 30 hit combo from Mad Eye. Mad Eye is so cracked.
Oh, he's eating all three of them. Okay, there we go. Well,
Spinner. Let's see if Spinner's going to take anyone down.
No.
Go down swinging.
He's not getting very far, it looks like. I mean, there's 19 bleed stacks on this Azrak. Maybe this Azrak goes down here, but that is not... Oh, no, yeah, he gets one.
Oh, yeah, that bleed. Looks like that splatter from Satsune before it went down was enough for Azrak, but let's see.
Yeah, so on the bright side, the way this tournament structure works is that once you win with a team, you can't play with that team anymore, and you have to win with all three teams to get through. So it's best 3 out of 5, and Swampy doesn't have to deal with that team anymore. That's the one advantage.
That's correct, yeah. So MarshCat wins, and now Swampy gets to decide who's going to go first. And it looks like he's deciding. We've got SwampDragon's point of view here, leading with dragons.
Yeah, so this is a very scary sidekick team, although typically you see the Dracozul be led, so it's interesting that he's leading with the Scorch. Because this is a team that provides a lot of sidekick, if I recall. A lot of you creatures here have Cascade, which means that they do more damage the higher the combo of their attacks are. 5% per hit. 5% more per hit. And
I don't know if that's going to be enough.
That is not enough, though, yeah. They apply a lot of hits with their sidekick, because each sidekick buff gives a chance of an extra hit. Meanwhile, MarshCat's team is I wouldn't call it defensive. Definitely not when you go to Brutus. It's not a defensive team, but it is a barrier team.
Yeah, he's got some charged synergy. Brutus is a full health, got half shields, maybe Maybe a third?
Yeah, so this was actually quite popular back in the olden days, and it's good to see it making a comeback here. The Targot Brutus is quite deadly because Targot provides a lot of charge stacks, and the charge stacks do 3% cause 3% more damage per charge stack you have. So that Brutus is doing 120% more damage on this next attack. But with Targot specifically, he has Charge Amplifier to increase it by another 1%. So he's got 60 charge stacks. That's 240% extra damage on this next hit.
Yeah, this next turn's gonna hurt from Marsh here. And those blind stacks really coming in from Psychophantom, really I think making a difference.
That's definitely a wipe. Yep, full wipe. We didn't even mention the fact that Brutus himself has Power Charge, which causes his attack to do double damage. So you're doubling, you're tripling, you're quadrupling, you're adding all of these damage multipliers until eventually you just one-shot the entire team. And that is exactly what happened right there.
Yeah, hang on here now. We got some...
He's hovering over that forfeit button.
Yeah, there's a bit of damage left on this side. That was a tough wipe.
Unfortunately, he hasn't really done anything to MarshCat's team, and the dragons are weak to physical damage, which is what Brutus does. So he led with a team he led with the team that was stronger into the Brutus, and Brutus just wiped it out anyway. First turns can be very, very crucial here. But this does mean that we'll get to explain Swampy's team again further on, as they don't manage to get a kill here. Without managing to get a kill, I think Brutus is just going to wipe this on his next attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very likely something's going to go down here from Brutus. Restore coming down here.
Gets
no
rid of
debuff.
that weakness stack. He's hitting hard. Heavy punch. Yeah. Okay, he's just going to hit them one at a time. No point being risky here. There's no revive on that team. Revive is actually kind of a scarce commodity in this tournament because a lot of the revive mobs got banned, to be honest with you.
Take a look at MarshCat's team, though. Speaking of revive, back row, all three of his back row mons have that Phoenix affinity, so kind of not quite as good as revive, but it really makes it tough for that back row to go down.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. It's a very... There's a lot of defense on this team, even though it looks like it's a full offense team. It just passively gets defensive over time. So if you're not taking it out immediately, it can beat out pretty much whatever you throw at it. This charge team. I actually run a very similar team on one of mine, which you guys might see in a future video, hopefully.
Ooh, spoilers. Man, so
did you really just power focus that?
Yeah, maybe he didn't have a kill, but it's a testament to Brutus, man. Yeah, like you said, Brutus used to dominate like this, and it's good to see him back in this kind of format.
Mm-hmm. It's worth noting that the Targo is the restricted mon in this match with MarshCat. Targo is what is providing the actual damage for the Brutus by providing all those charge stacks with leadership and providing that charge amplifier, and also providing a bit of defense and shielding here.
Yeah, with that full protect, yeah.
Mm-hmm. As Swampy here, I think he's really just thinking about what he's going to do in the next match. Really, as Infinity Stacks show up here. Does Targo get it? No, Targo doesn't get a kill. No matter how many charge stacks Targo gets, Targo does not get a kill. Okay, a full ram charge on him. It didn't one shot either, it took 2 hits.
Okay, so
maybe it was very tanky.
2-0.
2-0 for MarshCat here. We're looking really dominant here. This is why MarshCat went fully through the Swiss. Just broke down player after player after player. However, now it's still first turn for Swampy. And MarshCat is down to his last team. So Swampy knows that no matter what happens, if Swampy wins this match, he knows he only has to deal with this team from then on out. So he can potentially build some counterplay here.
Looks like a might team from the mons that he's got. Versus those dragons.
And it looks like he's led with the double dragon here of the triple dragon here with the Dracozul and the Draconov. Dracozul is the restricted mon for Swampy and is a terrifying beast. Well, terrifying dragon specifically, not a beast. Ha 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 ha. Tribe joke. The Dracozul provides a lot of combo, and also every time he hits, it has a chance of applying more buffs to his teammates, including, but especially applying barrier. And he has multi-barrier on himself, which provides a lot of tankiness and defense for a team. In the underpowered format, I have found barrier stacking to be very powerful because a lot of the high attackers and supports aren't in this tournament.
Hey, let's see.
But there's a very limited amount of monsters that provide multi-barrier, and Dracozul is one of those rare ones. And he is restricted for that reason.
And on the MarshCat's team, in the back there, Qilin is the restricted mon, hiding, waiting.
Yeah, Qilin applies a lot of might stacks. A might stack provides 20% extra damage for physical attacks. He has that shared might and that multi-might, but he hasn't been led here. Instead, what's being led is this Kanko Dodo Darnation. So I think the Kanko is very good at providing might as well, and the Dodo is a healer and also a taunter, so I think Swampy feels he needs to deal with this Dodo before anything else, deal with the healer, because honestly in the back, that is one weakness of MarshCat's team. He only really has 2 dedicated supports, the Dodo and the Bard. And if you can take both of those out, his team, although it's going to be hitting hard, is going to have no way of healing up that damage. But we see a lot of might.
Darnation is looking mean right about now.
That is 6 might on that Darnation. It's worth noting as well, every single mon on MarshCat's team has a multi-might on it, but that was honestly pretty pathetic in terms of damage.
It's actually, yeah, it's kind of surprising, but you know, he's getting age stacks. I got 3 now, so leading that one may be the key to victory here in this match.
Well, I think a large part of that is that all of Swampy's mons here are probably built tanky, and also Dracozul has provided that triple barrier to the whole team. So even though we've got Darnation with 6 might stack, there's 3 barrier on the other side, and that's sort of cancelling them out.
I can't believe that Dodo still hung on. That's unreal. You think
that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying I think that Nicky,
that weakness just act. I can't quite remember if he had that weakness.
I think that Ninky is built defensively, and that's why he's surviving, but also why he can't kill this Dodo. Another explosive bath, fully dodged pretty much. Oh my god. MarshCat just can't break this. He just can't break this. This is eventually triple. 3 sidekicks now applied.
Yeah, something's going to go down pretty soon. Looks like this is going to make it to infinity here before too long.
Well, I don't know. That Dodo is looking very dead right now. If he wants to take it. Alternatively, that Anko is looking pretty weak as well. Yeah, okay. He's going to go with his original plan. Just deal with the supports.
Okay, and the first mon goes down this round.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that maybe MarshCat built his Darnation to be an AoE specialist, and he's having a lot of trouble because he didn't bring maybe single target attacks that can take down these tanky mons.
That's true. Darnation does have that double center of mass, improving those AoEs, so that may not be a terrible play. But yeah, it's really not connecting a lot of attacks. It appears.
He just keeps hitting with explosive blasts, and it feels like it should be better. Okay, so this time he's had Darnation attack second, and then here comes the big explosion from Kanko. But that was only an explosion level 4, and it missed.
Yeah, I think those debuffs, like you mentioned, not having enough healing, those chill stacks finally adding up here.
Yeah, so that's triple chill, and chill reduces mana regeneration, so Kanko didn't have the ability to go for explosion level 5. And now he's kind of really muted, because he can't really do much else. That Kanko's not going to have mana for a good turn or 2. There we go. Bard is down. He has his only support left is the semi-supports in Qilin and Kanko. I say semi-supports because they can apply a lot of might stacks, but they can't do the healing part, which might be the necessary part he needed for this fight.
Yeah, it's looking that way right now.
The Swampy has managed to really ride him out. That corrosive assault it just didn't do enough. But we still have another attack from Kanko. Kanko can take out Dragonov. Yeah, okay, he took out Dragonov. But that's one that's one mon that's one mon that he can afford to lose, because we have the full effects. Oh my god.
I know, I'd like the chance to finally see nicknames. It's too bad we don't get to see those too often.
Oh, that's painful. That is okay. Point is, there's plenty of other mons instead of Draconom, whereas there isn't the equivalent for the Bard and the Yukon here from Marsh.
43% dodge. Might as well be 100.
There is quite a kill. It's a question of, does he want to go for the Yukon attack, or does he want to try and take out this Kanko, because Kanko's one of the few things that's trying to kill him. I think this Darnation. Okay, he goes for the Darnation because it's the most buff. That does make sense. If there's one mon that's going to kill in Infinity, it's going to be the Darnation. Am I even pronouncing that right? I've never actually pronounced that word. Yeah, I think I'm right. Never actually pronounced it, Ella.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, and there it goes. Man, that's too bad. It was really getting there. 6 age stacks.
Yeah, and that was great from the Clodra. The Clodra now, with that, has triple barrier, triple regen, and triple sorcery. And it's like, that one came out this turn. And it's already really contributing to his team right now. That just goes to show how good Dracozul is at providing those buffs. And it even lives because of that triple barrier. It lives against the Blade Widow, who is supposed to be the natural counter to something like Lodra because of Blade Widow's powerful earth attacks. Just seeing now the Ice Breath going out from the Dracozul. He will purge some of those buffs and do 19 hits.
Yeah, that's a good combo for first turn there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is looking about shut down.
He can kill whatever he wants. Yeah, kill the Blade Widow. Try and deal with the Yukon. So the Kanko has a lot of dodge. He's very tanky, but like, if the rest of his team just dies, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And
yeah, there goes the Yukon.
All
right, there we are. And he's weak. He has only level 4 explosion. He can't get the mana necessary for to do anything really. And now it's 1v3, he has no chance.
Yeah, this round's about wrapped up here. Let's see what Kanko can do.
Yeah, so again, MarshCat now though is going to have first turn next round, and it's going to be interesting to see. The Might teams struggle. So this is one thing about MarshCat. Might teams tend to struggle if they go second. If they go first, they tend to be able to build up first and kill something quickly. They tend to be very aggressive teams. So let's see how MarshCat can handle this one.
But here we are.
We see a team that we haven't seen yet.
Oh, this is an exciting looking team. Blob with a little troll. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I actually fought Swampy quite a lot in Q, in the PvP Q, and Swampy loves his blobs.
Yeah, how can you not? Oh, here we go. Here's that restricted Mon Yukon that we were just talking about last match.
That is interesting. I would have said that he was running he's running both of his supports out immediately. So he's looking to actually try to outlast this Blob team here.
Speaking of Blob, Tar Blob is the restricted on Swampy's team for this particular game.
Blobs are known for being very defensive. They build up a lot of debuff. They're a debuff stall team. So they apply a lot of debuffs like chill and burn and poison, and then they just try to survive and have the opponents just die naturally to all these AoE, to all these dots, damage over times. What's interesting is looking team. Yeah, what's interesting is that we've got the Dodo, who is light shifted, and Bard, who is light shifted. I don't remember Dodo's light shift. Is it Cursebreaker?
Cursebreaker, yeah. That's why you just see all those debuffs just melted away.
Double Cursebreaker on the front here. Dodo and Bard both have, at the start of the round, remove a debuff from each member of your team. And as a result, oh my god!
Tar Blob is deleted immediately, okay.
I thought we were going to go for a long stall game. No, okay, I don't have time for that. This is not how this game goes. This is not... Alright, fair enough. So, Swampy can't run his full Blob team because because both Tar Blob and Ice Blob are restricted. So he's swapped it out, and he's got a debuff support front line with stalling, but then on his back line he's got this Deathblow team. Troll, Rainbow Blob, Lava Blob, all a Deathblow. So the idea is that you stall them out for a while, apply a bunch of debuffs, and then when one of your mons die, you come in and you kill the enemy with the debuffs, with the Deathblows. And we're looking at that right now. That is a juicy Yukon kill if he wants to go for it. But there is the chance of Okay, he's going for the bar. He's going with his old strategy of saying, you only have 2 supports, and I'm going to try and kill both of them, and then deal with you. But that is 8 might stacks on that UCAM.
Yeah, the UCAM's looking pretty scary right this moment.
That said, the Tar Blob was dead because of the water weakness. That's something we haven't talked about. The Tar Blob was weak to water. Yukan's a fantastic water attacker. Now Blob on the front line is weak to air, and Kanko has air attacks. So we'll see if this is a kill here. Or, well, okay, never mind. Lava Blob's weak to water. Of course he is. Water always beats fire.
And... Oh, is he going to live through this lead? Oh, yeah. Nice.
Oh, that is so upsetting. Oh my god, that Blob lived. There was a lot of dodges there. That Blob should not be alive, and it is. That poor Kanko. And as we said before, Kanko has some trouble with his mana. It's already got a chill stack on it now. Will it do anything this game anymore? Because it was completely hampered last game by just having too much chill on it.
Here we go, Rainbow Blob. Looks like a dark shifted Rainbow Blob.
Oh, he's going for the full Cataclysm. So it's worth noting that that did basically... it's there for the debuff application rather than the actual damage. We saw it did very little damage, and now it's an 1 million damage from debuff. Yeah, Cataclysm is one of those things where it does a lot more damage than it looks like it does on the damage previews because of all of the debuff applications. That said, no one died. Very importantly, no one died.
It was close, but yeah, all 3 survived that round and are fighting back. Oh, wow.
Kanko gets the kill. He has severe guts, which is interesting. And another one goes down. All right. You just keep going like this, and you will eventually kill them, right? Like 1 per turn. He can't handle this.
This could turn around pretty quickly, man. Troll's coming in here with Death Blow. A fair amount of debuffs on Marsh's team.
So we saw earlier in the round a Troll on MarshCat's team wiped the entire enemy team in that first game, and I think we're about to see a repeat, but from the other side. That's 6 armor break applied to that Dodo. Everything is
wow.
Ooh, Kanko can live. Kanko can live. He's very tanky and he's got a lot of dodge, but the other 2 go down, which was the important part.
Oh, and the debuffs come through. Wow, what a turnaround.
Oh, yeah, Kanko is very physically defensive, but he's very weak to poison, and that was a lot of poison application there. Blob is the first mon that you encounter in the wild in this game, and it's good at applying debuffs. It is good in this archetype specifically, and it is showing that right now. Ooh, double weakness gets applied right there as well from the slime skin of actually of the King Blob and Blob, I believe. And yeah, that's a very good boulder toss from Troll on Blade
with
Widow.
a little combo,
He can't do anything on his own. Yep, just applying that healing wave, and there's some armor break. There's some restore. Okay, so in the final round, we're going to see MarshCat's Might team go up against a team that went first, was it? We've seen the other team. We've seen the farm team, haven't we?
The Beast Bleed team with Spinner, and there we are. We're tied 2-2. Man, this has turned into a good match. That's incredible to see those blobs come in and crush it. Wow.
Was very dominant with his other 2 teams, but this third team just didn't quite manage to push through that, even with the offensive core, even with the double Curse Breaker. That should have been a very good matchup for MarshCat, but no, Swampy managed to do it. He had the Death Blow in the back, and MarshCat looked like overly prepared for the debuff stall fight at the start. And now we're on to Beasts versus Beasts, effectively. There's a lot of Beasts on both sides.
Almost a full beast. Let's see, who's the restricted on this team? Oh, Spinner is the restricted here.
Yeah, Spinner. Very, he's got that bleed out, which is important here. So Rathops causes all of your beasts to apply bleed, and Spinner has bleed out, so the bleed doesn't get removed unless you actively remove it. Bleed is supposed to go away at the end of turn. Half the bleed stacks, but in this case it won't. Looking at Corrosive Blast. Oh,
so close.
That is very close to killing that Mole Bear there. All right, there we go. Mole Bear, double barrier on that Spinner. That's what you want to see, that barrier right now. Full protect on the Rathops. So now Rathops will block and will take an attack for someone. And you've got to break that attack somehow. You can't just do nothing but get might stacks up. And I know from experience Rathops are very tanky.
Yeah, you've got full protect, and then also Molebear's got taunt. He can get a little cheeky every now and again.
Yeah, so the spinner's known for doing a lot of damage, but it didn't do a lot of damage there, but it applied itself 10 charge dice, which is 30% extra damage next round. And more importantly, that Dark Shroud has applied 2... Oh, they're gone. Oh. I was going to say, it's applied 2 blind stacks to stop this damaging. Never mind to that. Worth noting that the Bard is actually a really good stack remover, but in this case, he just got lucky. Oh! Wow, okay.
Napalm.
Wow.
Through the burn.
Oh, Spinner didn't die. I thought Spinner was dead off that. Oh, that was so close. I think Spinner specifically isn't built with a lot of damage so that it survives the burn, because burn does damage based on how much attack power you have. And I was sure dead to rights that Spinner was also dead and he just got a double kill. And that did not happen. Full heal now coming out from Sutsune. This Spinner is now buffed up a bit. Can it find a kill somewhere? Could go after that Bard. 20% dodge though. But worth noting that he has bleed, so like just because it doesn't kill on the damage preview doesn't mean it won't kill at the end of the round.
Oh wow, just hangs on.
This is a game of margins right here.
Indeed. A lot of barrier on Swampy's side.
Yeah, that barrier is really stacking up from the Molebear. Molebear applies barrier to the team very nicely. And now the question is, yeah, no, it lives. Molebear's alive. Is that one who wants to take, or does he want to go after the Spinner, who's actually the real... Okay, he goes after Molebear. Fair enough, fair enough. Stop all that barrier stacking. Help himself deal with later. But the nuclear bomb of Manticore has brought in. Okay, that is a good name. I'll give him that one. So Manticore can come in and absolutely destroy everything if it can land hits. That's his biggest problem right now. He's got a lot of dodge on that team.
Yeah, Marsh is doing a pretty good job of keeping those bleed stacks off of his team currently.
Yeah. Yeah, that Bard I think has I think Bard might have Purified Mace on him here to provide anti stacks, which is very useful. And we're not looking at a kill from either of these. He's just going to go for a raw Cataclysm. That'll provide combo to hopefully allow Spinner to get the kill here. 21 hits is a very good amount of hits.
Pretty good combo.
The question is, what is he going to kill for? Typically, he's gone after the support, so he's noticed the double support. But this Darnation, even though it didn't do much in the last 2 games, is actually proving a real powerhouse in this game specifically. And it lives. It lives the bleed. Might die to the next bleed, but it lives this bleed. But those 23 bleed stacks aren't going away. They are coming back for the next hit. So that's 3,000-ish damage that Darnation's going to take in the next hit. But Fury of Blows, oh my god. That wasn't the last round. That wasn't the last round either. That was the last set of attacks. There goes the Sutsune, and I think that he's cleared this one up.
It's going to be tough to break through the entire team of 6 with Nightwing and Spinner, yeah.
Yeah, he's not managed to actually get a kill. That's the problem here. He's not... The Might team has made up for the fact that that it goes off very quickly with this Beast team that didn't manage to... That wants to slow things down. He was really hoping that Rathops would be able to survive here, but those blind stacks not killing the Darnation early enough, although Darnation goes down now. Those blind stacks not killing off the being removed from the Darnation early, getting that early kill on the Rathops, who's like the defensive core of the team, really helped him here.
Yeah, that made a big difference.
Mm-hmm. It's also worth noting Rathops is weak to air, which is one of the 2 attack types Kanko is good at. So he led very well into this team with the Kanko and the Darnation. As we're looking at this lonely Spinner, who, funnily enough, survived the entire time. Yeah, Spinners are not known for being defensive at all, and he has bleed out. So, like, he is like the #1 priority target, typically, in most of these games. But in this underpowered format, nah, leave him for last.
Congratulations. Looks like MarshCat takes the match. Well, yeah, congratulations. What a good set, though, that was. That was really good back and forth. Congrats to both players. That was the winner's round, so we'll see both of these again in a future game. And pleasure casting with you, my friend.
Thank you very much. It was a game of tight margins there. Unit creatures surviving just barely. That Blob just barely survived. That Bard just barely survived.
Well, everyone stay tuned for the next match. See you next time.